Networking?
What does comedy network mean to me?
I kind of feel like that's the best part about doing comedy. I can go anywhere in the country and find, a comedy community.
Do I even upload on Wednesday anymore? Also, this has nothing to do with the video, but I was talking to my therapist on Zoom, and my microphone that I usually talk with her broke, so I had to be like, hey, Julie, really good to be here. In therapy, I had to plug my mic up. Hey, Julie, really good to be here. I just flew in from Sad Town, and boy, are my eyes tired. Knock, knock. Who's there? It isn't Dad. Why did he leave, Julie? Julie, please stop laughing at me, Julie. Please, please. Julie, I need your help. I'm mentally unstable, Julie. I'm not, typically an anxious person. I was talking to my therapist about it. Why am I only ever anxious in professional environments? On stage, I'm fine. At a party, I'm fine. Meeting new people, I'm fine. But if I am at a job, if I'm working, or if I am trying to do something in the realm of stand-up that isn't stand-up, like networking or talking to bookers, or like anything that isn't on stage doing it, I'm anxious. And I don't know why I get anxious in professional environments, but if you're trying to network at a comedy show, you have to get over that. You know what I mean? It sucks. Comedy networking is so crucial and so important, and if you have anxiety, it's the worst thing in the world. You need to talk to people after the show. You need to stay, even if you hate parties, if you are an anxious person, whatever problem you have, work through it and talk to other people after the show. Comics usually hang out and have a couple of beers after a show. Maybe not all. Maybe they do coke in the bathroom. Don't do coke in the bathroom with other comics. I'm an anxious person, and sometimes I'm really bad at I'm really bad at remembering people's names, and I'm really bad at just the small talk when you're there. I'm really awkward, and most comics are awkward and anxious people. So if you do feel like you're gonna be awkward or anxious, just be like, hey, sorry, I'm really anxious all the time. So if I didn't make eye contact with you when I walked in, that's my bad. Here's my problem with networking and why I get anxious when it comes to networking is because you want to be friends with other comics. That is true. I want to be friends with these people. But you also want these people to let you know when other shows are, and you want these people to book you on their show. And so I want them to think that I want them to be my friend, but I also don't want them to think I'm using them for spots. I am using them for spots. So that's going through. I gotta be authentic, but I feel pretty disingenuous right now. But I do want to be their friend, but I want their spots, and so I just don't talk to anybody, and I go home. Work through that. But before the show, I'm very analytical. Before the show, I don't really talk to anybody. Before the show, I'm in my head. I walk in and I go, okay, where's the list? Who's the host? Okay, the list is over there. Who the host is over there? Does he know I came from out of town? Oh, that's interesting. There's nobody here. How much time did show up? Where's the like Blue Lives Matter? What do I do? There are no women on the show. There are no women. Oh, it's a whole bunch of white dudes. How many comics are on the show? How much time do we all have? Oh, I haven't met that person yet. Oh, I've met this person. Oh, that's a new guy. I'm going to hear some new stuff. Same fucking jokes again. We're getting paid for this chick. We never get paid for this. And then I sit down and I go over my set. It's the only way to get booked on shows. You can't, some people will be like, oh, I don't need a network. I'll just show up all the time and I'll crush and I'll do great and I'll get really, really good, and then they'll have to book me. They'll have to book me. No, they don't have to book you. If they don't know who you are, they don't have to book you. If you've never had a conversation with this person, they don't have to book you. It's really important to just know who everybody is. What show do you run? What show do you run? Oh, I'll do time on your show if you do time on my show. And it shows that you're good to work with and you're well connected, and you get along with other comics. If you're good to work with, comics are gonna want to put you on their shows. If you're fun, you got to be a little fun as a comic. If you're a comic and you're not fun, there's an avenue for you, but hang out after the show. Please, 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 please hang out after the show. You don't have to drink, but just hang out with the other comics. Talk to them about comedy. Show them that you give a shit about this, and they'll be like, hey, I got a show at this city. It's at this time. You should come. And you go, hey, I got a show at this time in this city, and you should come. And now you guys are friends now, and you've also networked. So I decided when I go to Pitt Street this week, I'm going to ask some of the local comics there, what does comedy networking mean to you? Also, last time I went to Pitt Street, I recorded a couple of my buddies, Ben Malone and Jason Zarumba. They were in the video briefly talking about this guy, Callahan Welsh, popping a balloon in his pants. But if you want to see the full 30-minute conversation, almost like a little mini podcast that I just did impromptu at the Pitt Street Brewing Company, the whole thing is going to be on my Patreon. So link to my Patreon is in the description below. Also, I'm the official co-host of Ben Malone's Battle Bops. Me and Ben Malone will come up with 10 different categories, and we got to pick a song that fits that category. For example, songs to invade the Capitol to, or songs you listen to while getting divorced. Super fun podcast. The link to that podcast will be in the description below as well. Also, round 2 of the Ultimate Comics Challenge is
May 16th.
at Idiot Box. If you want to watch the show streamed from your home, then links to that will also be in the description.
Now enough with the shameless plugs. We ride. And now we back out nice and slow. I don't want to hit nothing.
Yeah, I'm talking. Am I networking?
Like an example.
All I have to do is just search Louisville comedy community, and I'll find people who are like-minded, you know, who are also trying to do the same things that I'm doing.
I don't. Comedy networking doesn't mean much to me because I don't network. I don't have a Facebook or a Instagram or anything like that.
One of the most important reasons for networking as a comedian is so that you can get to know people who will tell you jokes, so that you can have jokes to tell.
Yeah, it's by choice. I mean, I'm not really doing this to be successful or anything like that. I'm just doing it because it's fun. It's like, you know, AA.
It's a problem. You have to use their jokes, and you have to tell them in a different way, so that it doesn't sound like their jokes.
Some festivals you don't make any money on. It is at a complete loss. But what you gain is a whole bunch of new connections. So like now, like on the to plug on my podcast, I just had Gaby on from Seattle, who I met at a festival in Indiana. That would have never happened had I not done that sort of thing. And now, you know, I could even maybe go out to Seattle. She might be able to hook me up with the right people, vouch for me, you know, give me better spots, and you know, then I can have a better time out in whatever city I decide to travel to.
I know what the ladies want. They like money and dick. But if you give them money, they just spit it all at the dick store.
You guys are Circuit Brown every single Wednesday, 8 o'clock. We hope to see you again. You guys drive safe. Have a good night.
Hey, thanks for watching the video. Remember to like and subscribe. My social media, Instagram is Jake_Weddle. My Twitter is ThisIsJake21. I'm on Patreon at patreon.com/JakeWeddle, and I have a website, JakeWeddle.com. So if you like that and you want to see more, you know, I have more videos just like this. I also have a VR video coming out, and another thing I'm doing with my brother coming out soon. So I got videos coming, baby. If you want to see full clips of my stand-up, they're on my Patreon. I'm also on TikTok at Jake_Weddle, where I'll upload little clippy clips for free, for freezies. If you want to see them, make sure you'll hit the bell, hit subscribe, like this shit, comment on it, interact with my community posts. You sheep. Interact with them.